What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin, and we are in the Plaid Studios. We are once again heading to Las Vegas. My glasses are fogging up. And it's just a quick turnaround trip, just a couple nights, just Abby and I without the kids. But this time we're gonna be setting the acceleration to Plaid mode just to see what our watt-hour per mile will be compared to when we have it on sport mode. It's a little bit late on a Sunday night. It's 9:20 p.m. We haven't started yet, but we're about to start making our way. We just have to drop off the company car, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick Abby up at our friend's house, and we're gonna start making our journey. The bad thing, one of the bad things anyway, about making late night trips is the supercharging station. Sometimes the amenities are already closed. So we're gonna see where we're gonna do our first charge, because we're at 63% state of charge. So hopefully we can make it to Yermo. If not, then Barstow. But it shouldn't be too busy. Shouldn't be any traffic. It's already late night, so let's get going.
All right, so we are at our first charging stop, our usual Yermo at Eddie World. There's two charging stations here, or two charging locations, one in Eddie World and two exits north of here. Decided to go to this one because the other one, everything is closed. And I learned something new. Eddie World does close at midnight, so I didn't know that. Also, as a reminder, you could skip around with chapter markers, but I have been using FSD. Traffic has been very light, as expected. We did have some sort of a phantom brake episode, but I think I know what caused it. There was some construction on the side of the road, and they were using spotlights, and I think the car thought that was a headlight headed towards our direction, but it probably was wondering, like, why is it coming from the right side? We're not driving like in Europe or anything, because we're all driving like the correct way, or I don't know how to explain it, but we don't drive the opposite way. So I was probably wondering, like, why is there like some sort of headlight that's coming towards us but coming from the right side? So it did slow down by about 3 miles an hour, but I was ready to take over, and I didn't. I let it do what it needed to do. There wasn't that many people. There wasn't that many people on the road, so I just let it do its thing. And as you can see here, hardly anyone is charging. I love it. No traffic. We're gonna wait here probably a few more minutes, and probably gonna do one more charging stop at State Line. So the reason why we are doing Plaid mode, I'm actually curious to see what the watt-hour per mile is compared to our last trip just a couple weeks ago during Thanksgiving, while we had it on sport mode. So we're gonna see if there's any difference. My driving habits are not any different. What is different though is the traffic isn't as bad as it was when we went last time. So, but again, these the data I'm collecting, there's nothing scientific about it. I'm just jotting down notes. I'm trying to remain consistent with the driving habits and speeds and all that. So let's see what happens. What are your guesstimates? So usually our Vegas trip, on our previous long range on sport mode, our watt-hour per mile is floating around 345 to 360 watt-hour per mile. I think our previous trip was around that too with the Plaid, but in sport mode. So my guess is on Plaid mode, I'm gonna say watt-hour per mile at the end of the trip, I'm gonna say 370. It's probably gonna be worse in Plaid mode, but not too much, because I'm not really punching it. So we've been using FSD most of the time right now going up to Vegas. So let's see what happens. But yeah, I think the next stop we're gonna be is in State Line, and I foresee that we're only gonna be using, or I foresee that we're only gonna be losing probably 11% state of charge, because we're not gonna be here 2 full nights. It's already late. So let's see where we're at, and we're gonna continue our journey. All right, so we are here at Primm State Line. This is pretty much where California and Nevada borders, and I think we're the only one here. It's like after midnight, and these are 250 kilowatt speeds, and I think it's like 47 cents per kilowatt. This thing went up in price. If I recall, the last time we were here last month during Thanksgiving, these charging stations were, I think, 30 something cents or 20 something cents. I can't remember, but the rates have increased. We arrived here at 27% state of charge, and if I didn't charge here, it said that we would have arrived at Bellagio, because that's where we're staying tonight, at around 11% state of charge. Now that is too close, because if you recall my other road trip videos, we usually lose about 7% state of charge on a daily basis. Now we won't be staying 2 full nights because we are late already. So I will predict that we were going to lose about 11% to 12%. And so if we arrived at around 11 or 12%, then we'll be at 0%. So I have to charge. These are pretty fast charging stations, and so I'm gonna see how far I'm gonna charge. But I am gonna walk towards the casino. Abby is staying in the car. It's cold. I think it's like 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And so maybe I'll play a couple of games while it's charging. And then we will continue our trip, and hopefully get there soon. Oh, I'm cold. Okay. Yeah, so nobody's in there, and it's kind of creepy. So feels like a bunch of zombies are gonna come out and just run after me. Thank God they didn't, because man, they would have caught me easily. I can't run. But anyway, let's see where we're at. And oh, and I took a peek of the watt hour per mile. Oh my goodness, I am so off. Man, I wonder if it's because it's mostly uphill going to Las Vegas. Well, we'll see, we'll see. Maybe the efficiency will get better on the way back home, but yeah, I'm so off right now. It's over 400. So we'll see where we're gonna be at. All right, so we are here in Bellagio, arrived at 51% state of charge. They offered us an upgrade without even asking. So we are at the spa tower, and we have a strip view. Not necessarily fountain view, but we'll see. Wonder if we could see, huh? Oh yeah. I think it's that, maybe that side or something. Can we see the sphere? We kind of could see the sphere.
Oh yeah, we could see the fountain.
I think the fountain is that other tower, like right in front of it. I don't think we've stayed on this side, have we?
We did. Deuce AJ was last
Oh, yeah.
We went early. This is that one.
All right, so we got a one bed. Sounds pretty nice. This is the upgraded, or what do you call it? Newly renovated. It's their bathroom. They have a tub. Oh, no tub. Darn. Can't do my bubble bath, but the shower looks nice. Very nice, very nice. Let us unpack a little bit and go play.
The spa tower is closer to the pool side. The other tower is next to the casino on the other side of the building, more towards the shops. According to the concierge, they replaced the decorations for the conservatory the weekend after Thanksgiving. We were here Thanksgiving week, so it will be a different theme. It is 2 in the morning, so there won't be many people and we can take videos and photos without much waiting. Okay, so this is the following morning and I'm down, but Abby got her money back. So when we checked in, we also got $100 of free play. We normally don't get that. We do get some kind of an amount, but $100 for free play on gambling and $100 for, I think, dining and other activities. We were gonna check out the spa, but no one's picking up the phone. Actually, someone picked up the phone and they put me on hold immediately, so it might be busy. And then we called the buffet. The buffet's up to 3 p.m., so it's a brunch type of food, but it's already $45 each, so that's like 90 bucks already. But we'll see, because we're gonna try to stretch that $100 so that we can get breakfast today and tomorrow. And we're
Probably gonna check out Caesar's Buffet. We haven't been there in quite some time. So we're gonna, I don't know what we're gonna do today. So it's almost 10 o'clock. We're gonna start our day. We're gonna walk around, hang out, find some food. It's cold. Oh, maybe their pool is closed. So this is the pool area. I don't think we've ever been here, huh? We've only seen it through the window. Yeah, it's cold. I think it's closed. They're working. There's construction. But maybe we could just check it out. Oh yeah, it's closed. There's no water. It's closed for the winter. Oh well. Yeah, see, there's no. See, we're usually through these windows when we're walking. Or which window is it? Or up there, maybe those windows up there.
The pool area was closed due to construction. We were looking for the spa to check out the prices. We were given $100 to spend on food or amenities. We were thinking of just eating fast food in the morning and spend $100 towards spa and massage. We eventually found the spa. It's located right in front of the conservatory. I got some video of the conservatory during the daytime so you can see what it looks like in the daytime compared to what it looked like at night.
So the massage, we checked it out. It's pretty pricey. We're not gonna do it. So we're gonna pass. We're gonna go look for some food.
We decided to just have a brunch buffet at Bellagio. It was $45 per person. We had $100 to spend. After taxes, it was about 97 bucks. This was a huge difference from the bad buffet at the Luxor from our last trip, but it's also more expensive. Okay, so plate one, I had the salmon poke, mussels, and shrimp cocktail. The coffee and juice were all self-serve. Plate number two, bone marrow, pancakes, and waffles. The marrow was good, but I liked the one more from the Cosmopolitan buffet. Plate number three, Chiopino? Oyster Rockefeller was good, but the Rockefeller part was unnecessary. Is that like garnish or something? Shrimp and grits was interesting and good. Shrimp margao and shrimp and pork shumai. Kind of too dry for me though. Plate number four was prime rib. It was good with some chimichurri and horseradish with some Brussels sprouts. Plate number five was just dessert. Red velvet cake pop, macaroons, cream puff with strawberry, pecan pie, and espresso something something. Overall, the buffet was very good. All right, so that was a pretty good buffet.
A lot better than our previous buffet experience when we were here a couple weeks ago at the Luxor. So if you haven't checked out that video, go check it out. But we are in front of the Bellagio Hotel and Casino, and we have the fountain area, and they are still, I think, under construction, removing all of the F1 stuff. So last night when we came in, it was only about a block of driving from where we exited, and it was a lot of traffic. It took like a good 15 minutes because what used to be a 4 or 5 lanes has shrunk to 3 lanes, and then towards the entrance of the Bellagio, it shrunk to 1 lane. So it was a lot of traffic. Okay, I went back to the room, or I'm going back to the room, because when I was outside, I was like, oh, it's a little bit cold. I'm gonna go grab my beanie, and I need another bottle of beer. So we're gonna go. Yeah, so it's pretty hard to record in Las Vegas, especially when you're inside different properties, simply because they have a lot of music playing in the background. So that's why I do voiceovers and stuff in different areas, because I think I'm gonna get like demonetized or copyright strike when I upload the videos. That's why I do some voiceovers in different parts of the area. But we are back in the room, so there's no music playing here, so I can freely record. So yeah, while we're eating breakfast, Abby was listening into our conversation. She thinks that I was talking to her, but I was talking to you guys. And she was correcting me on a lot of stuff. And you may be wondering where she's at. She's gambling. We're not gamblers, but she does like to gamble a little bit. And I don't gamble as much. I'd rather just hang out, drink beer. I'm more of a drinker than a gambler. That's why I'm back here in the room about to get a beer. But I want to take some time to share a couple of things. And you may be wondering, like, man, you guys are in Vegas a lot. So I don't remember if I've mentioned this before, but to be quite honest, Vegas is a lot more affordable. I'm not gonna say cheaper, but a lot more affordable to come here. Right off the bat, driving Tesla, it only cost us somewhere between $50 to $60 round trip. That's just how much it costs to drive here. And you may be noticing, or maybe not, in some of the videos and some of the clips that I've recorded, whenever we go out and eat, we go to a separate line. We were gold members. We were platinum M Life members. And so there's perks of having a higher tier membership through like the Players Club or whatever. But yeah, so we get to skip the long lines at buffets and different restaurants and stuff. So we always take advantage of that. Well, you're probably like, well, how did you get the gold status or platinum? It's just many years of just coming here. Abby has like credit card with MGM, and she charges stuff there, pays it off at the end of the month, and the point system allows us to get higher into the tier. So we've mainly been in gold. We've hit platinum, I think, once, and pretty much most of the time, yeah, not even most, I think all, we get free rooms. We get free rooms, so that's why it's more affordable to come here than anywhere else. And it's fairly close by. The drive isn't, I've driven here so many times, it just feels like I'm driving to work without traffic. Well, sometimes. But yeah, so we this is our go-to place. We're always here because we get free rooms, we get like different comps, and it's just fun. The boys actually like coming here. Maybe it's just because they get to hang out at the hotel rooms, enjoy the pools, and eating. So my oldest loves buffets, so he's gonna be a little bummed that we went to the Bellagio Buffet
on this trip, but we may come back again before the year is up. We'll see. My birthday week, maybe. I don't know. And if that's the case, then the whole plan of streaming may be canceled. So, but we'll see. I'm not really sure. And so you may be wondering, like, oh, well, how come there's always a lot of road trips and stuff? Well, this is a Tesla EV channel, and I do share some upgrades and accessories and stuff and issues and maintenance. But when I don't have those, these are vehicles and we travel, we drive. So hopefully you don't mind these types of content. I like to show and share the places that we go to. Even though we go to Vegas a lot, I try to share different things on every video. So later on tonight, we are planning on going to Caesar's Palace and checking out their buffet. And I was corrected by Abby. She said that we've never been there, and I could have sworn we've been there once. And she was like, well, maybe with someone else. And I'm like, maybe, yes. But I could have sworn we've been there at least once. So for a minute there, I was a little buffeted out. Actually, the Bellagio Buffet was pretty good. But I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully there's some lobster, because it's one of the more pricier buffets, the Caesar's Buffet, next to the M Hotel. I think the M Hotel is like $100. And the Bacanon at Caesar's is like $85. So we don't have any perks with Caesar's Entertainment. So in Las Vegas, if you're not aware, it's made up of two different property like management companies, well, that own like pretty much most of Vegas. You have MGM and you have Caesar's Entertainment. And so we've been staying a lot with MGM because that's where all our points are. We also get free parking because of the Players Club card thing. So yeah, a lot of just free stuff because of all the points that we've accumulated throughout the years. So that's why we come here often. Plus we get to try out different food. Is we usually not go to the same place. But yeah, I mean, we're just like coming here and hanging out. Also, I get to drink and walk around inside and outside. I believe this is the only place in the United States where you can walk on the street and consume alcohol. I could be wrong. Maybe other casino places like Reno and Atlantic City. So if I'm incorrect, please let me know. But if you have been to those places and you are allowed to consume alcohol on the public streets, let me know also, because I'm curious. But yeah, here in Las Vegas, you could smoke indoors and then drink alcoholic beverages indoors and outdoors and on the streets.
So we are here at the Horseshoe Casino. This is one of the newer casinos. I think this used to be Ballys, if I'm not mistaken. And shout out to my friends Anoy and Steve. I think this is where they were staying at many years ago when we went to go to their wedding. They had a Vegas wedding, and they were staying here and we hung out with them. But this used to be Ballys. So we're gonna go check it out. So we are at the side of Horseshoe Casino, and you can see there is flamingos on this side and that big Ferris wheel thing. That's Link Hotel. Underneath that is where we used to supercharge. There's a supercharging station there. And if you ever do visit that place, there is a gate code on the information in your GPS. So if you're gonna visit there, you need that gate code. But we haven't been there in quite some time because of the whole F1 construction made this part of the strip just so, man, this is really bad in traffic. So, but that's where we used to supercharge. If you checked out our other Vegas videos, usually right before we go home, that is the place where we supercharge. But now there's other superchargers off the strip. There's one new one in the south. There's two different South Las Vegas Strip charging stations. One is 150 kilowatt, and I've mentioned this in the previous videos before. It's near Lazy Dogs. Don't go to that one. That one is one of the older supercharging stations, and if you are parked next to someone charging, your charging session will be cut in half. Your speed-wise, it's gonna be slow. It's one of the older ones, but there is a new 250 kilowatt charging station down the southern part of Las Vegas Strip. We may check that area out tomorrow before we head on out.
I walk around the strip a lot. It's usually a sign that I've lost money. Plus, I like to walk around, drink beer, and enjoy Vegas. Seeing different people, some normal, some weird, hearing conversations in English with or without accents. I just like to absorb the many different cultures around me. It doesn't get old no matter how many times we come here. After walking around, I went back to the room to relax a little bit before heading out to Caesars for the buffet. We had reservations for 6:30. We got there and we still had to wait in line. It was probably close to 30 minutes of waiting. We weren't used to waiting in line with MGM properties. I did not record much footage in the buffet. I wanted to enjoy the food and make the most of that $85. Okay, plate number 1, Dunganese crab legs, lobster claws, octopus salad. Plate number 2 was pretty much the same as plate number 1, but I also got oysters, clams, and shrimp. Alright, plate number 3, lamb chops, beans to mix things up a little bit, elotes, lomi salmon poke. Lomi is a type of noodles. They had some Filipino food there as well. Smoked salmon something. It was very good though, and some mac and cheese. Plate number 4 was sushi. Not much. I don't do sushi at buffets. Usually sucks, but it's okay here. I usually don't get the common stuff. I love sushi, so I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to sushi. Plate number 5 was dessert. Yeah, this place is really good. A little expensive, but I think it's worth it. You should come and check it out. Alright, so we are checking out. It's Tuesday morning around 9 something. Wow, someone actually parked on the other side of our car. You're not really supposed to park there. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, we are at 43% state of charge. It looks like I was off with my guesstimates. We only lost, I think, 8% while we were staying here. Now, one thing I don't like about Mandalay Bay is it's pretty smoky. So my clothes are, or my jacket at least, smells like cigarettes. But yeah, I don't know why the CRV parked here, but okay. What's cool here too is in the parking structure, they have priority parking for gold, platinum, and Roar. But we're gonna be looking for food, breakfast, and probably gonna charge somewhere in South Las Vegas Strip. So let's go. Okay, so we are here on Warm Springs Road because of that. And this is just down the street from the South Las Vegas outlets where we're gonna be supercharging, or at least we plan to supercharge.
But they have only bagels here, at least in this area. Oh, and there's a sandwich shop over there, Capriotti's. But we're here for the bagels. So I'm not really sure what to expect in the South Las Vegas Strip outlet, but we're gonna probably just take this to go so we can eat there and charge at the same time.
Okay, slight change of plans. We ended up eating at the bagel place. We looked at the supercharging station at the outlets, and the rate is 47 cents per kilowatt hour. So you know what? I was like, let's just see if we plug in the GPS to go home, where does it want us to stop and charge? And it says we'll arrive at Baker with like 13% state of charge, and Baker I think is like 36 or 37 cents. But there's also Primm State Line at 41 cents. So I'm like, what's going on, Nevada? You guys trying to be like California, trying to catch up to our rates? So we'll see where we're at around Primm. Maybe we'll stop at Primm. If not, we'll go straight to Baker, but 13% is a little too low. Supposedly the GPS is going to calculate elevation. Now, there are winds in this area from time to time, and I don't know how quick the GPS system is to update that information, because crosswind and any kind of wind will kill your range. Well, not really kill, but get you lesser range. So we're just gonna go see and find out where we're gonna end up going.
We are back at Primm State Line. We arrived there at 20% state of charge. I really don't think it would take 7% to go from State Line to Baker. I don't think. Now, I could be wrong. We are in Plaid mode, and I don't trust myself to be as efficient as I should be. So that is why I figured, you know what, let's just stop here at Primm and charge. This time around, there are a couple or several Teslas charging here. But if we were to worry about road tripping, and now non-Tesla vehicles are going to gain access to the supercharging network, at least during the daytime on a weekday, it's not going to be an issue. Holiday weekends, regular weekends, it is a possibility, because I've seen these superchargers get busy. So it looks like 30 minutes is how long it's going to take to be at a state of charge where it's enough to go home. I'm probably just gonna push it as much as I can higher. I don't think we're planning on going to Yermo to get beef jerky this time, at least for now. We don't know. We always have change of plans, but we're just gonna hang out here and charge up. Okay, so we are now home, 25% state of charged. We did not need to charge from State Line to the house like we normally do, but that is because we had no reason to. We didn't have a reason to stop at a supercharger because we didn't get jerky, and we just our state of charge was pretty high. So, but it felt like I was driving a gas car because I drove 2.5 hours straight. I gotten so used to just stopping ever so often, whether or not I needed to charge. I just wanted to break up the trip. But for this particular trip, I drove 2.5 hours straight. I'm pretty exhausted, but I still got lots to do. Got to prepare for a meeting and stuff for tomorrow. But yeah, Vegas trip was, I mean, good. Abby had a better time, but I didn't do so well at the games, but that's okay.
Here is the trip data for this trip. Remember, we drove in Plaid mode. I only needed to stop 3 times this trip. It's the least amount of stops I've ever done on the Model X. I think I do about that 3 times on the Model 3 and the Model Y before. The draining of the battery while parked is kind of bad if you stay a few nights.
Anyways, here's a comparison of the Model X Plaid in Sport mode versus Plaid mode. Plus, comparing our previous long range in Sport mode. Both are refreshed Model X. The Plaid is 2023 while the long range is 2022. Let's just focus on the watt hour per mile that I've highlighted for you. You will notice that the Plaid in Sport mode is not much difference between long range in Sport mode. But when you're driving in Plaid mode, there's a significant difference. Is it because in Sport mode it's not fully using the tri-motor? Is it only using half of each of the rear motors when in Sport mode? Because remember, the tri-motor has 2 motors in the rear. I'm not sure. Again, the data is not collected scientifically. As much as possible, I'm trying to keep driving habits consistent. I'll tell you though, if you think Sport mode is fun, try Plaid, especially on uphills. Let's just say we shouldn't be allowed to have this thing. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't seen the Bakersfield video during Thanksgiving weekend, please check it out. If you liked the video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. What are your thoughts between the Plaid mode and Sport mode? There's gonna be more road trip videos and event videos coming up. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.